So we're watching this tsarukyan fight right now. This is a good fight. Damn, Tsarukyan just knocked that dude out in the first round. I mean, shit. This motherfucker he hurt him with the left hook. It was off the left hook, and then basically it was a left hook, and then the guy got dropped. And I was thinking in my head, Herb Dean, don't stop it, because he was getting up. But at the same time, after a little while, I was like, good stoppage, because the guy was getting hit a lot, unanswered shots, getting hit constantly, and now he's on the ground. Uh, he's on the ground thinking, what the hell did I just get myself into, man? That dude got knocked out cold. I mean, that was a bad knockout. I mean, Tsarukyan finished that dude pretty badly, man. Motherfucker got knocked the fuck out. That shit was kind of wild to look at, you know? Damn, this motherfucker dieseled the fuck out. Look at him. Look at him, bro. Like, this mother. I would not want to fight this guy. This guy, no, I don't want to fight that dude. But I mean, he's in the top 15, and I mean, who can he fight next? Let's see. Maybe Dan Hooker or something like that, or Rafael dos Anjos. That's a tough fight. Who's in the top 10 right now? I mean, if he fights Connor, he loses. I mean, what about if he fights Gregor Gillespie? Ooh, that would be a good fight, because Gregor's more of a wrestler, right? I mean, and Sarukyan's a wrestler slash striker, more of a wrestler than a striker. But at the beginning of the round, Tsarukyan actually got taken down by this motherfucker. What's his name? Chikadze or something? I don't know. But the dude took him down. Or he out scrambled him. Tsarukyan took him down. And then guess what? Tsarukyan gets back up to his feet. They go to the striking game. He's throwing head kicks, looking good, and then he hits him with that left hook. And I was like, damn, this motherfucker already knocked the fuck out. Like, and I was like, oh nah, he's still fighting. He gets back up. He's getting hit with the hooks all over the place, just getting swarmed. And his back is towards the fence. So it's like, okay, this motherfucker doesn't want to fight. Herb Dean, can you please save him? And then, at the beginning, I was thinking, okay, Herb Dean, if he stops it now, that would be an early stoppage. And then after a couple more punches, I was like, no, stop it. Perfect stoppage, it was a good stoppage. I mean, I think actually he should have stopped it a little bit earlier, but then you can never please anybody. If Herb Dean stopped it a bit earlier, people would say early stoppage, and if Herb Dean stops it at the right time, people say late stoppage. It's like Herb Dean stopped it now. I thought it was a good stoppage, man. Actually, it was a really good stoppage. The man was out cold. Like, the guy wasn't able to fight anymore. He wasn't protecting himself. Good stoppage. Who can Tsarukyan fight next? A good fight for him would be probably Dan Hooker, Gregor Gillespie, like I just mentioned. I don't know. Rafael dos Anjos would be a bad matchup. That guy would probably beat this motherfucker Tsarukyan. I think getting a couple more wins to get in that title picture is pretty hard, because the lightweight division is so stacked. It has so many good fighters in there. Justin Gaethje is gonna fight Michael Chandler next, and Dustin Poirier is fighting for the title against Charles Oliveira, and Conor. Conor's just beating up old men at the bar, so he's not really doing anything. But the division is really stacked. It's gonna be hard for Tsarukyan to get a title shot. He really has to distinguish himself from everyone else and get a lot of wins going, because this division is like one of the most stacked divisions right now. I think that's without a doubt, for sure. 155. Do you see another division better than 155? 170 is pretty stacked too. Not necessarily, actually, not really. I mean, Leon Edwards is on a 9-fight win streak, still not getting a title shot. So it's like, you know, 9-fight win streak, still not getting a title shot. I kind of, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking to myself, okay, the man's on a 9-fight win streak, still not getting a title shot. It's like, come on, I mean, what are we doing here? The requirements for a title shot, they vary between each division. At lightweight, you got to do a lot, and at welterweight, you got to do a lot too because the division is stacked. But like Leon deserves a title shot, but he's not gonna get one. He's not getting a title shot. 145, Volkanovski's gonna be fighting. So Brian Ortega. Ortega's more of a jiu-jitsu guy, but I'm not here to like give you an overview of every single division. It's just Tsarukyan right now. What's he gonna do? Call out somebody in the division? Who's he gonna call out? I mean, the man's already Michael Bisping right there with his one eye, and who's this guy right here? Who's this dude? This is Bisping, and who's that? This is Joe Rogan. No, Rogan doesn't call the fight night events because he's too good for them. He only does the pay-per-views because he's too good to do the fight nights. But I think it gives a good opportunity for these guys to get in there and get some experience and get paid as well by the UFC. I actually like hearing fighters' opinions about fights instead of hearing Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's not a fighter, he knows MMA. He's actually a very good commentator. I like Joe Rogan, but I feel like these fighters should be the ones to take over commentating these fights. Dominic Cruz, he does a very good job. And, who's that guy? He looks like Kenny Florian. This motherfucker looks like Kenny Florian, right? For sure. And I think that's probably Dana White. No, that's not Dana White. That's not Dana White. Dana White doesn't sit at that booth. He sits at he sits outside the cage, because he has a front row view. But man, Tsarukyan just knocked out an unranked fighter. That doesn't do too much for his career. He needs to fight someone in the top 10, top 15. I don't know who he's going to fight. Maybe Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee's at 170. So no, not Kevin Lee, but maybe Tony Ferguson. What, is Tony Ferguson still in the top 10? That motherfucker should not be in the top 10. Tsarukyan can fight a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the division right now. I would like to see him fight Gillespie just because Gillespie has such a good wrestling base. So I think that fight would probably be Gillespie trying to wrestle him, getting tired, Tsarukyan trying to wrestle back, out scrambling. That would be a really fun matchup because I think actually their wrestling could also cancel each other out. And then that could be a striking battle. Some fun matchups for Tsarukyan. The future's looking bright for that young kid. And I'm actually really surprised that he's only 24 years old. That's kind of wild, That is pretty wild. The man's only 24. That's insane.